Yeah, I'm Louis Shuler, the VP of Advanced Concepts for Alpine Group Paradise Textiles. Alpine Group's a vertical manufacturer with 43 years history, and my role specifically is focused on low-impact technologies. So a lot of work around new natural fibers, water reduction technologies, and of course mitigating fiber pollution. It's really difficult to talk about what causes microfiber pollution. We kind of have a multi-pronged approach at Paradise, but we're focused really heavily on the front end, designing textiles that have a lower shedding propensity. We do a lot of testing. We run all the methods in-house. So we test textiles, and then we use those insights to design better textiles that shed less. And then from a manufacturing perspective, we've partnered with Matter to not only take what's done, with effluent treatment plants, but installing the regen filter as another step to further make sure that we're being as responsible as possible as a textile manufacturer. Yeah, so actually, I think it's probably about 3.5 years ago at this point, I saw Matter on Kickstarter, and it was the Gulp device, and I'm not sure if it was even named Gulp at that point, but for home laundering machines, and I thought it was something very interesting. I was curious if it could be applicable for industrial side in textile mills, and so reached out to Adam and initiated the discussion, and just kind of naturally we started talking about the issues that we're facing and how big of a problem it is, and sharing insights from a textile manufacturer perspective, and Matter's technology around filtration, and brought them together, and kind of here we are 3-4 years later, where we've created a prototype device and now getting ready to come up with the first industrial implementation. So I think that regen is important for the industry, because we know that if you're running an efficiently ran effluent treatment plant, that you're capturing quite a bit of microfiber. But regen is something else that manufacturers can implement as just kind of either being a fail-safe or just another mechanism to make sure that they're doing all they can to capture fibers. And so where we're really at is that we want to get the device implemented, and then we really want to be a champion for the industry, and telling the brands that we work with that all the suppliers should be using it, and going to industry groups and saying, this should really be status quo at this point, that every mechanism you can put in place to capture fibers should be implemented. Yeah, my hope that what regen will do for the industry is that it will bring all of these textile manufacturers together. And, in some ways, from a competitive perspective, everybody's in this race to a zero microfiber discharge. And if anything, it's going to, eventually be status quo to implement a device like regen. And so that's one point. But we also hope that this also makes it easier to understand how much microfibers discharge from textile factories, mills, dye houses, and that there's something so that industry groups such as like Blue Sign, Okotex, it can be a requirement, if you want to be Blue Sign certified, that this would just be another one of those requirements to have that. I think it's critical that, as we've looked over the years, we've seen brands start hiring experts around water and biological systems and ecotoxicity, and the need for having a strong focus on mitigating fiber pollution is a necessity. And I think that we'll see as time goes by that it will be more and more of a focus for brands and manufacturers. And so there's like many steps to mitigating fiber pollution, but I think it's important that it's a focus area. So what's next for Matter in Paradise is we've just wrapped up the design phase. Right now we're machining the parts for the industrial device. By the end of the year we'll have it implemented, installed. We'll start capturing data and metrics on what's happening within the filtration device. And hopefully starting in 26 we'll be sharing those insights and really advocating for the industry to adopt the regen filtration.